شكرا وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله. نعم صحيح، جزاك الله خيرا. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن تبعه وولاه وسلم تسليما كثيرا. أما بعد, we are with the Riyad Salihin and we are with باب رقم 85 section يعني 85, and it is the bab of حفظ السر. We talked about that last time. حفظ, preservation of something, keeping something. السر يعني secret, حفظ السر. And it comes under the ayah of Allah Azza wa Jal, Surah Al-Isra, verse 34, وأوفوا بالعهد إن العهد كان مسؤولا. Fulfill your covenant. So keeping somebody's secret is like a covenant. If I trust you with something that nobody else should know, or I don't want people to know, and I tell you I have something that is on my chest heavy and I want to share with you for nasiha or for something else, that is حفظ السر. So that's an amana on you, covenant. When you say سرك في بير, your secret is in a deep well. That's the Egyptians say that. Yeah. سرك في بير, your secret is in a deep well, means nobody is going to access it. Yeah. This is the meaning. So now there's a covenant. I asked you to keep and you promised to keep. And then we talked about breaking the covenant or not fulfilling the covenant is one of the characteristics of who? منافقين والعياذ بالله. May Allah save us subhanahu wa ta'ala. إذا عاهد غدر. الغدر وفاء بالعهد, different is الغدر, the opposite. يعني وفاء بالعهد يعني fulfilling the covenant. وفاء. وإن حسن العهد من الإيمان, يعني part of the iman is to fulfill your عهد. So if it is hypocrisy to break it, it is faith to keep. And those things attached to faith, you're going to be very careful with. Well, everything is attached to faith, but everything emphasized that it is attached to faith. يعني لا يؤمن أحدكم حتى يحب لأخيه ما يحب نفسه. None of you will be a complete believer unless you love for your brother what you love for yourself. الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم made it like a condition of perfect faith. He's not going to be a believer that whose neighbor is not safe from his harm attached to faith. If you want to be a believer, you will not enter Jannah until you are believers. You will not be believers unless you love each other. So loving each other is attached to the faith. So أفشوا السلام بينكم. يعني spreading salam among ourselves, peace among ourselves, and say salam makes you a believer, makes you love each other, and loving each other makes you a believer, and so on and so on and so on. فيعني the things attached to iman, everything for us is attached to iman. But when it is said like that, that means it is شعبة من شعب الإيمان. يعني it is one of the parts of iman, as we mentioned in the last section. الحياء is part of the iman. Loving for your Muslim brother what you love for yourself is part of iman. Moving harm from the road is a part of iman. Nasiha to someone who needs it is part of iman. Being good to your neighbor is part of your iman. بر الوالدين is part of your iman. شعب للإيمان يعني كثيرة, a lot. طيب, what is the hadith about حفظ السر? We have only one hadith يعني in this section and then another section. But that hadith, يعني whenever, two things here. When Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam himself mentioned something and emphasized on it, it does not mean this is the only thing here. Okay? He's just giving an example. يعني choosing an example. فالنبي صلى الله عليه وسلم chose the example between the husband and wife. Husband and wife, secretly intimate with each other, saying something to each other, and then one of them is spreading it or talking to someone else about it, even one person, and talking without need, as we will see in a minute. So, husband and wife. Right? Does that apply to two brothers? Yes. Does it apply to two sisters? Yes. But when the Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam used that, because this is the most intimate, and that is the position or the relationship that it is assumed where secrets are kept. فاهم مفهوم؟ فالنبي صلى الله عليه وسلم is emphasizing on that one. Because إذا خربت هذه خربت كله يعني. يعني if this one has problem with, everything has problem with. And if your wife or the wife's husband, the husband, they don't keep the secrets of each other, يعني خلاص, that's nobody else. If that one is corrupted, خلاص. For that is where the secrets are kept. It's like, when I give you example, I give you example of the one that is important. And when I say, nobody should enter my office without my permission. And can you enter any other room without permission? I'm just mentioning the one which is, this is a big deal. For a big deal, you have to say, what about other room? Then you have to think about yourself, about that. Okay? So when I say, you have to respect the elders, you do not respect the younger. Huh? Be good to your mother, be bad to your father. It doesn't mean that. We are emphasizing on what is assumed that it is the high or the deeper or the one that people look over. There has to be something important about what is emphasized. So you have to know that about the hadith of Rasulullah, what the Quran and the hadith of Rasulullah. So when something emphasized, you have to look. Is the opposite also emphasized or not? Are there other categories like it emphasized or not? هذا الفهم يعني. That is in usul al-tafsir or usul al-hadith or usul al-fiqh. You have to understand like this. Not everything has to be mentioned in details. Can be one thing, and then now an explanation we're going to give. But that is an approach. When the Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is telling us about secrets, he used the husband and wife. It does not mean other relationship, secrets between them is not important. I hope that point is clear now. Same approach among the scholars. Imam al-Nawawi chose that hadith only. There are many other hadith about secrets, but he chose that one. Same exact way, that Allah Azza wa Jalla used that in the Quran to choose one thing and you understand everything around it. The Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam do like that. Sahaba, tabi'in, scholars always do exactly like that. Same thing with your parents, you yourself. When you coach someone or teach someone, you do not teach them every single experience they're going to face for the rest of their life. And how? You teach them the major principle, the approach, and the major idea. You have to keep the secrets. And it's like that. But you leave them now. For the main principle is to keep secrets. And you give them one example. But you have to figure out every time there is a secret, you have to think about it. عهد or not عهد. أوفوا بالعهد إن العهد كان مسؤولا. That's it. Okay, somebody told me to do something and I promised to do it. Is this a promise or not promise? Is a promise. Am I supposed to keep promises? Yes. It does not matter how little it is. But I did not give you example when I promise this and when you promise this and when you promise that. You fulfill your promises. Now you have to identify what is a promise and what is not. That is your job now. That is what coaching is. You teach them, but then the person gain experience. Many of us here, or all of us, we drive. Yes? Can anybody deny that always there is a new experience for you that you did not face before? Yes or no? When you're driving, you face many things. Somebody cut you in a way that never happened before. But you reacted. Why did you react? And how did you react? Did somebody teach that to you? Exactly. Experience. And that experience is what? Repetition of parallels. Repetition of similar examples. twist here, this here, that here. And sometimes, subhanAllah, accidents happen on the things that you did 1,000 times. هكذا. That is life. But this is life. فيعني what I'm trying to say is this example here. فعن أبي سعيد الخدري رضي الله عنه قال أبي سعيد الخدري هذا اسمه سعد بن مالك. اسمه سعد إيه؟ بن مالك بن سنان رضي الله عنه. So أبي سعيد الخدري رضي الله عنه قال, he said, قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم إن من أشر الناس عند الله منزلة يوم القيامة. يا حفيظ أعوذ بالله. إن من أشر الناس. شوف يعني the beginning itself is like scary. إن من أشر الناس عند الله منزلة يوم القيامة الرجل يفضي إلى المرأة وتفضي إليه ثم ينشر سرها. الحديث في صحيح مسلم. That the worst of the worst or the most evil of status of people in front of Allah يوم القيامة. This is scary, yeah? يعني one of the most evil categories of people in front of Allah يوم القيامة is who? The man who give a secret or say a secret. يفضي. I'll explain that in a minute. يفضي إلى المرأة يعني do something in intimacy, in secrecy. Does or say. وتفضي إليه. And she does the same. So mutually they exchange some secrets. Whether it is an action or a statement. Something between husband and wife. Yeah. ثم ينشر سرها. Then he will expose her secret. What about her? Or she exposes his secret. يعني this is understood from the statement. And the Nabi said, when a man says something to the woman, and the woman says something to the man, and then the man exposes. Or the woman exposes. In Arabic, you don't have to repeat again. You don't have to repeat again. That is understood from the context. يعني somebody come and say, but ya Sheikh, Allah did not say anything about the woman exposing her husband, so it's all right. يعني هذا فهم عقيم. This is corrupted understanding. And you do not know the principles of Arabic language. He said, the worst people يعني is man saying to his woman and the woman saying to his man, but then the man exposes his woman. That means the woman can expose her man. What did Rasul صلى الله عليه وسلم say in the first sentence يعني? That they are both evil. Are they evil because they say secret to each other? يعني إن شر الناس منزلة يوم القيامة الرجل يفضي إلى المرأة والمرأة تفضي إلى الرجل. واقف كده بقى. نتوقف يعني. يعني the most evil of people يوم القيامة is the man say secret to his wife or the wife say secret to her man and stop. يبقى كده everybody in hellfire إن شاء الله. Well, that's understanding also. يعني ويل للمصلين. And we stop. That's تمام. يعني you mention mutual things, but then you pick one of them and say, well, that means the other one as well. Is that clear, يا أخوان? And that numerous times. يعني كان if we're going to mention examples في القرآن وفي الحديث numerous. يعني it's not like one time mentioned like this. لا هذا style. That is a very common style in Arabic language. Right? And I can tell you, you have to study and eat good and exercise and everything. Studying will make you succeed. All of these things will make you succeed. But I pick one, يعني I emphasized on all of them for you, but I said studying will make you succeed. يعني studying when you're sick. If you are sick, it's not going to work. If you are studying and you are hungry, it's not going to work. Yes? So I can tell you many things, but I emphasize on one. That means I'm emphasizing on all. يعني ما معنى يفضي الرجل يفضي يعني Allah mentioned that in the Quran. أفضى إليه يعني secretly trusted someone with some words or some actions. And this is in secrecy. الإفضاء يعني doing or saying something secretly to somebody. I'm trying to وكيف تأخذونه I remember now وكيف تأخذونه وقد أفضى بعضكم إلى بعض وأخذنا منكم ميثاقا إيه غليظا. يعني the man pays مهر to the woman, صداق دوري يعني, to have access to her. Okay, and now he have access to her sexually يعني, and now she's intimate with him, he's intimate with her. خلاص. Now the man wants to eat that مهر مؤخر, يعني there is some مؤخر مهر or some money he given her hand. Now she has the money and he has her in his house with the money that he gave her. واضح? Now the man wants to divorce this woman. So he want to divorce this woman and get his money back. Same. فالله عز وجل said how يعني? يعني you paid this mahar for something that you got already. You got this privacy with the woman يعني, right? And you are safe and you did that for trust, for many things. And then now you wanted to eat her right? فالله said كيف تأخذونه? يعني how? وقد آتيتم إحداهن قنطارا فلا تأخذوا منه شيء تأخذونه بهتانا وإثما مبينا وكيف تأخذونه وقد أفضى بعضكم إلى بعض وأخذنا منكم ميثاقا غليظا. يعني there was عهد that you given. I am giving this dowry mahar to her. That's her gift. That's her right. She chose me to be the man who have access to her without nobody else, right? And now I got what I want. So she keep her money. This is her money now. Whether you promised or you give it to her, this is her money. If divorce is going to happen, she has to take it. That's why if a man divorces his wife after the rukhsati, after the يعني الدخول, he has to give her full mahar. If there is no dukhul, he gives her half of the mahar. There is no. Understand the concept? Or if you go deeper, you're gonna make sense to you. It makes sense. But people look at the ahkam without the hikmah. So if there is ahkam, there is hikmah. For everybody look money. He has money, I need it. She has money, I need it. But that's it. But where this money come from? Why do they have that money? That is another issue. يعني people want access to other people's money. Who's that person that you want their money? Is this money حق for you? Did you do any effort in that money? Is this money can be yours? يعني many questions like that. في حرمة. There is حرمة. حرمة يعني sacredness. The money in my pocket كده I have money in my pocket. This is my wallet. Anything inside of it له حرمة. عارفين إنه حرمة يعني حرام. You cannot even come and look at it without my permission. يعني if I put this كده in front of me here, أنت عارف إن this is الشيخ ممدوح's wallet. Who can dare and open it and look at it? Except بقى اللي هي ضايعة. يعني except if it is lost, you want to know who's this for a reason يعني. But nobody can have access to it without my permission. Even my wife, she does not have access to it without my permission. But yes, everybody thinks it is for granted. And this is where the password and the phone and everything like that. Why you keep your phone locked? Because my phone. لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله. It is my phone. Oh, but I'm your wife. I get it. I understand it. I love you more than anyone in the world, but I don't want you to see what is in my phone. إيه المشكلة يعني? I really want to know where is the problem. يعني who say that once we get married, you have access to everything I have, or I have access to everything you have. من قال ذلك? Where does this come from يعني? Do I own you? You are my slave يعني مثلا? You own me? لا, يعني two human beings, yes, we are very intimate more than anyone else. But في ذمة مالية وفي أخلاق وفي أشياء, صح؟ يعني there are many things that you don't have access to it without my permission. لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله. يعني yeah, maybe we do not seek permission on each other in the room. ماشي, it's all right. That's okay. يعني kids seek permission, but husband and wife can see each other naked. No problem. But you do not have the right to know my work secrets. صح؟ يبقى في limit or not limit? Yes or no? I work. يعني أنا one time X يعني, he said one time that share your location with me. I said no. No. I said, why? I said, it's not about trust. It's not. My job doesn't allow me to do that. So why? I said, okay, if I share my location with you now, you know where I am now exactly, right? And you see me going to a residence. كده I'm going to visit Sheikh Saleh and do something, and I go visit. No, he does not want anybody to know that I'm visiting him, right? And then you see me in a resident house at 11 p.m. What are you going to say? Where have you been? صح? Where are you now? You left the masjid, why did you take right? It's not going to work like this. And my job works on this principle of privacy. And then I deal with the whole community. صح? So now each and everyone has عهد upon me to keep their secret. شوف بقى البروبلم now. For now you are not allowed to do that, so there is a limitation. For nobody, that's a proof to you يعني that nobody have full access. فيش حاجة اسمها full access. النبي محمد صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم woke up at the night of Aisha. You know the hadith. He walked slowly so do not wake her up, and he left. She left behind him عشان تعرف هو رايح فين. So she knows where he is going. And he reprimanded her for it. That means what? I can go somewhere without telling you, and you should not dig to know. Oh, that's the idea. And you should not dig to know. He said, why you are behind me? He asked her, أتخافين أن يحيف الله عليك ورسوله? Are you afraid that Allah and His Rasul will transgress? يعني I'm leaving your night and I'm going to another woman? يعني? What is wrong with you? That exactly was the case in the hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Now a woman cannot do that. You see? Now our sisters will be mad at me now. يعني why? Because this is the rule of Allah, يا أخي. You are not going to be saved as a Muslim unless you know there are differences in rules among people. Father is not like son. Husband is not like wife. Mother is not like daughter. Everybody have their role to do. And because of that, Allah gives them certain rights and put on them certain duties. You cannot say, why you have that duty, but I don't. Why you have that right? That means jahl. There is jahl right there. Because the structure of this world is that everybody is different with different capabilities, with different duties. Everybody plug into their work knowing that rule. Yes or no? Yes or no? But why when we come to the house, everybody knows their rule except husband and wife? Why? لا هو في شيطان لعب في المخ. There is a shaitan who played in this collective mind of society. مش واحد بس. He corrupted that. He said, these two have to be equal. بس خلاص. Now we come from this. Why shaitan is shaitan? He put some doubt, and that doubt becomes a belief later on, a belief. He creates some issue and becomes a belief. It's like, I love linguistics, right? I do love linguistics by nature, from a long time ago. I love linguistics in even different languages. And maybe I do not speak a language, but I can tell you how that language functions. How? So one issue in linguistics is the mispronunciation. يعني أي واحد linguist will tell him, what is your worst nightmare? They will tell you what? Mispronunciation. Why? Who can tell you why? And when somebody mispronounces, someone make a big deal out of it. Change the meaning of something. And then? No, it enters the dictionary later. It becomes a norm later. Most of the varieties of words, they were mispronunciations. Yani Americans say water. What is this water? What is that? Yani what is that? Water. What is that? What letter is that? Yani what letter is that? Water. Huh? I ain't doing it. Look, what is that? Yani mispronunciation, صح? So now you will go there, you say, it's American pronunciation. It's recognized. It's recognized. Actually, if you say it the other way around, you're wrong. So the wrong became right, and the right became wrong. شفت بقى؟ هو that is my point. في linguistics is like that. Same thing in the culture, same thing in the ta'lim. That is why deen has to be different. You see where I brought it for you? At deen, you cannot play with it like this. Otherwise, after a while, you find somebody doing ruku' on the sideways. ما هو يعني comfort, صح؟ يعني somebody instead of doing ruku' like this said, I'm going to do it like this. You know, one to the right, one to the left, because it's good exercise. ما هو يعني where it's going to go, you cannot control. So the idea of the deen is what? Control. You are controlled. The idea of the deen is what? You are confined. The idea of the deen is what? You are restricted. If you don't accept that, means no deen. I hope brothers and sisters can hear me. So the idea of something against your desire, something against your will, and sometimes you do not even know why, that's the whole idea that to say I'm following a deen. Allahu Akbar. The whole idea of recognizing Allah as Allah, that He does things you do not understand. If you understand everything, He's not Allah anymore. If everything has to make sense your way, if He has to explain everything to you, if you have to instantly and simultaneously and continuously knows the reason behind everything, you are God yourself. يعني, why do you need Him now? لا, you have to submit. I hope it's very clear. So when Allah says, woman is this and man is this, says, سمعنا وأطعنا وما كان لمؤمن ولا مؤمنة إذا قضى الله ورسوله أمرا أن يكون لهم الخيارة من أمرهم. Nobody have a choice after Allah's choice. Even you say, I like this, but خلاص. يعني, that's it. And we start playing our head, we think we are smart, we mess up things. Always. Human beings, whenever they play smart with Allah Azza wa Jal, they end up their own demise. They have to go 360 and get bruised and get hit and get broken and then come back and say, oh, I'm sorry ya Allah, يعني, yeah, your Sharia was right. بس بعد خراب ملطة زي ما بيقول عندنا. After everything is هذا يعني ففهمنا تفضي ويفضي. فالله عز وجل said, how do you take the mahr from the woman after you got what you paid for? يعني you got access to her and everything. وقد أفضى بعضكم إلى بعض. أفضى يعني secretly dealt with each other. That is the whole idea. So now her right is her right. We are not talking about she's selling her body or this kind of things that the women say. Men say, اتق الله. اتق الله. Right? So fear Allah Azza wa Jalla. Does the woman give mahr for her husband to have physical access to her? Yes. Is there anything shameful in that? يعني? Nothing is shameful in that. It's a gift. You're getting the gift for that. هذا هو المهر. أصل المهر كده يعني. Because prostitution is the oldest profession in the world, right? What was that? People giving access to bodily enjoyment for money. Deviation كده يعني. That's the deviation, right? But Allah Azza wa Jal said one person only at a time. يعني, there is a contract between you that once you give that to that person, nobody else. For the woman, yeah. No one else can have access to you. Divorce, yeah, you can have. It doesn't matter how many times you get married. مش مشكلة يعني. So that is the idea. Now we start creating our own rules and taboos and stuff, and we make it hard for ourselves. Oh, is the cow yellow? Is the cow red? Is the cow this? We do these things. Don't think the idea of al-Baqarah only بني إسرائيل يعني. إحنا عندنا بقرة كل يوم. We have a cow every day. الكاو دي معانا all the time يعني. What about this? What about this? كل الناس كده. Every sheikh can tell you 100 بقرة story every day. Somebody comes and says, but يا sheikh this, but what if this, what if that? صح? Everybody have this. وما كادوا يفعلون at the end. You keep restricting yourself until you are not able to do. I'm not able to do. فالله عز وجل said you cannot do. Take the money and all of that. طيب أفضى يبقى عرفنا كلمة أفضى. أفضى يعني secretly saying, conversing or doing something with someone else, secretly, covertly. You do not want a third party to see you. Once that happens, it's not a secret anymore. That's why يقولون يعني سرك في داخلك إذا خرج ليس سرا. يعني your secret, the safest place is your heart. Once it comes out, now you're entrusting somebody else with it. It's up to them now. But it's up to me as long as nobody else knows it. But subhanAllah, we are human beings. We need to share sometimes. Husband, wife, and all that. That's why it is haram for the husband and wife to expose each other's secrets, even to family members. وهذا يحدث كثيرا للأسف مع الأزواج. Unfortunately, it happens with newlyweds. His parents asking him, what? Oh, she doesn't do that. Oh, she's lazy. She sleeps until 10 a.m. And she's, why? Why you do this? And she goes and tell her mom, oh, he did this, even the most intimate of things. حتى some cultures, this becomes a culture, a tradition. أنا بقول لكم أنا زعلان حزين يعني. Because I get this shakwas all the time, man. A tradition. يعني في مصر عندنا in Egypt يعني. It's a tradition في الجاهلين يعني الناس الجاهلين. Not the people who are practicing religion. That the mother comes to her daughter the next day. الصبح يعني. Next day. First thing they ask, do you guys have intercourse or not? كده. Oh, not only that, they won't see proof. They won't see proof. This defloration happened or not? And why is it happening? Oh, he couldn't do it? Does he have a problem? This يعني بيتكلموا في هذا كده like this. And the father is sitting and the mother is sitting وكده عادي خالص. That is the worst thing I have seen and known about our culture since I was young. كنتش بفهم يعني. We do not understand. And even some people, they take that piece of cloth with the blood in it and show it to their neighbors. أيوة. Show it to the neighbors and the people in the village. Our daughter was a virgin يعني. كده يعني. This is her certificate. What is this? I'm telling you, أنا ما أنزل الله به من سلطان. And if the man is not able to do this the first night, one of the ladies كده متخصصة يعني, a specialist يعني, she will go help him out with his wife. شوف يعني جهل مركب. Yes. يعني a lady is going there telling him what to do. standing there غريبة, امرأة غريبة. يعني a woman كده is like a doctor يعني. She is a guiding doctor for him يعني, guiding nurse يعني. She is teaching him, لا do this, open this, like إيه ده? What is this? And the man who fails in this one, يا سلام, he will be shamed for the rest of his life. And if the poor girl is scared or something like that, she will be traumatized for the rest of her life. No problem. ما عندهمش مشكلة. المشكل is the جهل. هذا بقى why Allah kept this between the husband and the wife. And some people, because of their fear and stress and all of that, they end up having medical conditions, psychological conditions, problems. Why? Why marriage has to be that hard and that scary and that problematic? Why is that? And I'm telling you, طبعا, educated people, religious people, but religious people do it out of the fear of Allah. Now educated people use this to get back at Islam يعني. You know, the educated secular, they said, شوف الجاهلين هذا, the honor والvirginity all of that, and they make a big deal of it. طب هذا جاهل يعني, هو مسلم بس جاهل. Why you educate them? فيعني this is what is happening. طبعا all of these things started disappearing with all the globalization and all of that started disappearing, but lots of bad practices are there. فيا إخواني, the secret between husband and wife cannot be exposed even after their divorce. ما هو يعني, I tell you something. When a man divorces a woman, طبعا nobody will understand that except divorced people, right? A man and a woman got divorced. He got married, she got married. Let's say يعني scenarios like this. And between them they have children. يعني they see each other, right? That woman is wearing hijab in front of me right now. Yes? That was the woman who were the closest and the most intimate with. يعني I know how she looks like, and she knows how I look like. But still, we have to respect that. It does not give you access. Oh, already I saw you. Yani. So what is the problem? You wear hijab or not hijab? Can we do that? So you see, I'm just telling you the importance of secrecy. To what level? Yani? You do not even act upon it. It's not like, oh, let's be friends. We were sleeping with each other. Yani. لا. But now في haram. Correct? You cannot be comfortable with each other. Oh, yeah, we could not live as a husband and wife, but let's be friends. I hear that all the time, by the way. No, you cannot. Some men and some women, after divorce, they have custody issues and everything. Come and said, Sheikh, she's giving me her time. Wallah, I offered her, let's be friends. And all that. I said, huh? يعني إيه friends? يعني what does that mean? What do you mean by friends? Maybe it means something good. يعني now we were together, we were intimate and all that. Why you make a big deal, you know? I said, no, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. Yes. Well, that's bigger problem, yani. And you know, this intimate relationship between exes is a very famous thing. When you take this intimacy as a physical lust only, without the fear of Allah, of course it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Yani some people, they hate each other's guts and they divorced, right? But they are going to sleep with each other. And then they fight again. I'm just telling you. So that's why Islam gives limitations to the intimacy. How much secrets we should have. What can we share? And these secrets can be exposed for a reason according to the need. Yani, someone coming to complain from his wife, or wife to complain from her husband. Now they are asking a sheikh, right? I'm not a therapist. I'm not a doctor, right? They should talk to me, and I allow them only to listen to the part that I can give advice based on. But to share with me the details, I don't want that. Some people, they have the shahwa. You know the shahwa, the lust, tell me more. No. Oh, Sheikh, my husband does not give me the physical right type. Why? Is he sick? No. So I cannot go to the details of how. The doctor can ask how. Because there is some physical pain, some physical problems, then the doctor can go in this. But I don't have anything on that. I can say, if there is a medical reason, go visit a doctor. Oh yeah, I have pain. I said, not me. No, you do not talk to me about that. I talk, if there is something, yes, then see the specialist for that. People come to me, say, Sheikh, I have some this, that. I said, did you talk to a professional? Did you talk to a doctor? No, go talk to a doctor and come back. Oh, there was a medical issue. I don't even know it. Did the doctor handle it? Yes, alhamdulillah. I hope you understand. For that is a need. It's like backbiting. Backbiting is haram. Now, if you have a problem with somebody, you have to mention them in their absence to the judge, to the qadi. It's fine. It's allowed only in that. But you cannot go talk to people. I remember one time there was a person who's sick, have some deformation somewhere. And everybody he talks to, he showed them he shows for sympathy. He shows, we want people to see for sympathy. Look at this, birthmark or this thing, and it's bothering me and all of that. For now he's exposing what he's not supposed to expose to others. A husband saw that in his wife, or a wife saw a defect in her husband, and then they divorced. Do not go back, expose them and say, oh, because they are like that. Keeping secret with each other, husband and wife, is sacred. Is what? Sacred. There is some person, he would divorce his wife. And then they tell him, why are you divorcing her? He said, this is my wife. How can you expect me to expose something? Yani? There is some misunderstanding between us, some disagreement, something that will cause divorce. And yani, I talk to the professionals, to the qadi, to the judge, to the sheikh, to the hakam, whatever it is. Yani. But I cannot share with my friends. Once he divorced her, he said, oh, she's not your wife anymore. So tell us. He said, I cannot backbite someone. Now she's a stranger. I cannot talk about her. I cannot talk about her. And that's it. And if somebody comes and say, I wanted to marry this woman, why did you divorce her? Well, there's some misunderstanding between us. Unless there is something bad that is going to happen, then you warn them from it. Right? المستشار مؤتمن. يعني the person who's consulted have amana also to guide people. If you know that they are going, nobody's going to tell them, and they are going to, get deceived or something like that, you can warn them also in accordance with what is enough to warn them. But don't share everything else. بس هذه القطعة. Somebody comes and said, be careful. Money management is an issue. Yes. Don't say, and that one day American Express was like this, and that one day she, and one day I give her money, and one day she, لا. Just say, be careful with money management. It's a big deal. So now you do your homework. خلاص, I did my job. All right? Wallahi, there were some issues with raising the children. Leave it at that. Yani only you are very careful. It's not, because if it goes more than what is needed, then why are you sharing? It's to destroy the other person. Right? It's character assassination, they call it. Character assassination, defamation of character. Well, that's the whole idea. Yani when you share more information about somebody that there is no need for. Yani I come to you, you know what, I divorced this woman, she did that. Why am I telling you now? Put her down in front of more people. And that's why there is trauma. Because divorce and things are not going in accordance to what Quran says, what Sunnah says, then it's up to us. Now we make more damage of things. And Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, those people are the worst. عند الله منزلة يوم القيامة. In front of Allah, they exposed each other like this. When Nisa, they have that issue. When Rijal also have that issue. The men and the women talking about sex with each other. Men with men and women with women. هذا موجود على فكرة. Even in Arabic literature, this is موجود. In the human cultures, when men sit with each other, that's one hot topic. يعني. And the women who sit with each other, they brag also. Each woman wants to prove that her man is the best man, even if he's not. To get at other ladies, يعني. Whether sexually, physically, financially, romantically, كل واحدة عايزة تظهر. She wants in front of the other ladies that she is the one with. And I tell the sisters all the time, the one who talks too much does not get much. You have to remember that. Because the one who get a lot satisfied, they don't talk. Why should I talk? I'm happy, why should I talk? So when somebody like you say, كيف الحال? When they're going to talk too much? When they complain. Am I right? Yes? Yeah? But when they are happy, say, Alhamdulillah, everything is good. Everything is good. You're not going to say, Alhamdulillah, I woke up happy this morning. I brushed my teeth. Huh? I ate good breakfast. You don't do that. You don't. But if there is a bad day, you say, man, things are not going good. My car in the morning, blah, blah, blah. This. You want to... For now, what happens? You know that you have a bad day. But you do not want people to look at you like you have a bad day. So you're going to say, I am having a good day. And you start narrating it like you narrate the bad things. So that shows you're lying. It's all psychology. I'm just telling you that. When somebody says, see something wrong. Why this guy wants everyone to know their achievements? Because they are insecure inside. Yeah, I'll do this, I'll do that. Some issue, some attack, some issue like they make them talk. So counting the the good things, it is not a natural phenomenon. It's not. تحمد الله, yes. You praise Allah عز وجل for. يعني حتى مع الله سبحانه وتعالى. You do not say, اللهم لك الحمد that I ate breakfast today. اللهم لك الحمد that I ate bread today. اللهم لك الحمد that I ate eggs today. You don't do that. But you complain about everything you have, yes? Ya Allah, my toe hurt me. Ya Allah, my stomach hurt me. Ya Allah, of course, you need Allah عز وجل. But you thank Him in general. صح? وإن تعدوا نعمة الله لا تحصوها. Ya Allah, thank you for all the ni'am that you are showering me with. Correct? But whenever you're complaining, that's why they said Sayyidina Ayyub has the highest adab with Allah. He did not say what kind of sickness. رَبِّ إِنِّي مَسَّنِيَ الضُّرُّ وَأَنْتَ أَرْحَمُ الرَّاحِمِينَ. Has the highest adab when he's sick. ليه؟ لأن he did not do like everybody else. You see? That is very important, that when there is secrets in the house, should say secret in the house. That's why, subhanAllah, you find people, they live for years and years and years, and they are sabir, they have sabr on many things. That's why Allah Azza wa Jal said, وَإِن كَرِهْتُمُوهُنَّ فَعَسَى أَن تَكْرَهُوا شَيْئًا وَيَجْعَلَ اللَّهُ فِيهِ خَيْرًا كَثِيرًا. Allah may make lots of good things in the things you dislike. When Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, إِن كَرِهَ مِنْهَا خُلُقًا رَضِيَ مِنْهَا إيه آخر. يعني that means for sure there are going to be things that you dislike in your spouse. Because the Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, if you dislike something, you like something else. That means what? You're going to dislike something. If Rasulullah said it's a possibility, it is a possibility. So he's saying what? Be balanced. Whenever you see something bad, always look for something good. That's why when people come to me, I said, have one page and they divide it. Right? Every complaint you make today, put 2 good things in front of it. احنا ما بنعدش الخير, as I told you. We do not count good stuff. We only count what? Bad stuff. So you said, he is this, he is this, he is this. Now, 3, right? I want you to write 6 good things in the other way. And of course, do you think this man is evil يعني شيطان رجيم? هو شيطان كده يعني? حتى الشيطان does something good sometimes. Shaitan himself does something good because it is lesser than the bigger good you're going to do. So he is Allah, he lets you do a small thing. He tells you. يعني طبعا الشيطان عارف انك تيجي المسجد. He knows that you're going to come to the masjid, right? So he will wake you up for salah. He will. But he will tell you, pray home. يعني he will, wake up, but today is like, take one day off, pray home. شكرا يا حبيبي. Pray home and all of that. So الشيطان sometimes do something good. We want a husband and wife to do good stuff also. فيعني this man is, even shaitan does good stuff. When you say, but ya Sheikh, today I'm coming to complain. يعني I want to make him bad. That's the idea. Or he makes her bad. Think about the good things. I want you to look at the good things while you are criticizing. I'm not telling you don't criticize. I'm not telling you you are lying in your criticism. I'm not telling you they don't have the bad quality. I'm agreeing with you. But I want you to see it through the glasses that this is someone also have good. شفت هذا كفران العشير. So there's like, I haven't seen anything good from you on the spur of the moment. يعني. He never takes me out. Huh? Said, what about last week? Yeah, one time. But you just said never took me out. Now become one time. So how about last month? يعني 2 times. So, but I take you every month. Once. طب once يعني 12 times. Time 10 years, that's 120 times. And you say, never took me out. But now we understand that is how our sisters, when they are unhappy. Okay? You also should realize that fact. But don't put too much on it. Try to change it. أول ما الست تقول, once the sister tell you, you never did this, say, I'm wrong, I'll fix it إن شاء الله. بس. بس إحنا بقى men, we are like, also have issues. لا بقى تعالي نتكلم بقى. Come let's talk بقى. I take you every day. لا يا حبيبي, why? Tell her, we start إن شاء الله. I start taking you out. Where do you want to go tonight? هذا الشعر الابيض مش جاي من شويه. This white hair did not come كده. That's how you handle things. يعني once you said انت دايما كده, you are always like that. He said I'm working on it. Without you, inshallah, I'll be bad. I'll continue to be bad. Inshallah, you are the good thing in my life. You're going to help me change that. Bismillah. I'm sorry. Give me your hand. خلاص. خليك انت الكبير يا حبيبي. You're good. وده خلاص بقى. That is youth طبعا. They laugh at what I'm saying. لأن أنا I would never do that. When I was in my 20s and 30s, what? تعالي, come show me. What is this receipt here? Restaurant. I took you out a lot of time. Now بقى, when the ladies get older like us, I said, can't you just listen? I want you to only listen and be quiet. I am sure many of our older brothers were told that before. Wallahi ya akhwani, your wife, I'm telling you on our sister's behalf, right? When you see her start complaining, you become a 6th grade student. 5th grade, 6th grade student, like she's brother Reza sitting like this. You're right. I'm stressed at work, Yeah, absolutely, you're right. I don't know what to do. Allah give you to me because to fix this thing. Can you help me fix this thing? خلاص. And wallahi things will. And you be quiet. خالص. I feel you. Yes. After she finished everything, said, لا حول. You keeping all of this for yourself? Why do you think I'm here? I'm here to listen. Do you have anything else? Give me a hug. خلاص. Life will be the smoothest. Don't be a troubleshooter when your wife is in trouble. اوعى. Be careful. Troubleshoot with the computer, with this, with your children. Your wife, she's in trouble. لا, let the trouble solve itself. The only trouble is you right now. يا man, يا رجل. The only trouble when she's in trouble is you. She wants you to hear, nobody else. You are there to listen at that moment. صحيح. Listen وبس. النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم sitting. Sayyida Aisha came and Sayyida Safiya bringing برام من طعام. one tajin. برام كده اللي هو pottery وهاز بقى food in it. النبي will love it And that is Aisha's night. والنبي صلى الله عليه وسلم sitting مع الصحابة. فصفية طبعا بقى bypassing this. She cooked something وجايباه كده smell بقى good sizzling كده. going toward the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم. Aisha came like a lion. Came and took that thing, boom, on the ground. Food بقى everywhere وكده. والنبي صلى الله عليه وسلم looks. غارت أمكم. Your mom is jealous. Your mother is jealous. We said, يا عائشة, you cook one and give it back to her. وخلاص, continue مع الصحابة. بقى go home وتعالي بقى, let me come here. How come you embarrass me in front of the people? When do you like this? خلاص, لا, اسمعي وخلاص. Continue life. فيا إخواني, إن شاء الله, if anybody interested, tell me, inshallah, from الخبرة, experience, I tell you how to deal with our sisters, inshallah. You agree, inshallah? If you want to be a happy man, you be a happy man, be a quiet man. But not quiet means weak. Don't take it for weakness. Our sisters have to know that. I'm going to teach the brothers how to listen. If your sisters, you are listening to me or in air, now. I'm going to teach our brothers here in the masjid how to listen to you when you need. But don't take this for weakness, because I'm going to teach them also when to flip. I'm going to give them key for both. How to get to you without you saying anything. So be careful with the man. Man is like a camel. My grandmother used to say. Man is like what? a camel. Camel is so patient. But when the camel gets mad, it kills the person, the owner. معروف. هجمة الجمل قتل. يعني the attack of the camel once in his lifetime, but he kills. But that's what they said, the owners of the camel, they have to be very, very strong. They cannot show weakness in front of the camel. So once they see weakness, camel the beast is a beast. وفيه شيطان. يعني النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قال في جمل الإبل فيها شيطان. فيها شيطان. Those camels will tell you, like that camel will keep waiting for the chance. That's why those people who do camels, once he hits the camels, he has to sleep somewhere away from the camel. That's tradition, يعني. He cannot sleep in the open anymore. Because that camel will come from the stable all the way and will step on the person. And the camels have something that they do. Right? When a person is sleeping, that they want to do that, they come back with their behind and they sit on him. Yeah, until he dies. They put all the weight on that person. Even if the camel dies. And sometimes people have to slaughter the camel to relieve the person. And the camel knows that. And sometimes after the camel damages the guy, stops eating until he dies. That's why they said the revenge of the camel is what? The worst. And my grandmother said, الرجال جمال. She used to tell me like this. The man is like a camel. As long as he is patient, don't touch. But I'm telling the sisters, we were going to teach the man how to listen to you. But don't forget, he's like a camel. خلي بالك. Right? If you want somebody to listen, you have to understand the power as well. Inshallah. جزاكم الله خيرا. وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد والحمد لله رب العالمين. شكرا جزيلا for your listening. وجزاك الله يبارك فيك. حبيبي الله يبارك فيك. كيف حالك؟ زي أمير.